I don't know what kind of grocery store you go to, and maybe it's one of the small boutique ones or it's a big box spot, but either way, I want you to assume that you took a shopping cart and you walked all the way through the store and you kept putting items in. I mean, the cart got pretty much full. And then you walked your way to the checkout area. And it's one of those checkout areas that has 10 or 15 different cash registers. You can tell because they're all numbered, right? The signs up there that are lit or not lit, whether they're open or not. But there you see 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 15 or 20. So you know this checkout should be a breeze, except that not all of them are lit. In fact, only 2 are lit. Only 2 have cashiers at the cash registers. And so you're standing in line behind 9 other people, and the other cashier has 10 people lined up there. And you're just sitting there waiting. And it's frustrating, right? Have you been in that situation? I want you to imagine for just a second if I walked up to you at that moment and I said, hey, do you want a bigger cart? You just want more space so you can hold your stuff in bigger space? Is that what you want? You'd look at me like I was a lunatic and go, no thanks, I'm good. If you work here, could we get another cashier? And I go, wait, hold on. When you finish your checking out, I don't know what kind of car you're driving, but do you need a bigger car? Do you need to maybe get a minivan, or I can get you a truck? I mean, it has more capacity. And you'd be like, no, what are you talking about? I just want another cashier. Like if you could call for another cashier to come, that would be fantastic. The person at the very front of the line had just finished checking out, so you scoot up one person and you're still sitting there waiting. And at this rate, it feels like you're probably going to be in line for half an hour. And they look at you and they go, hey, let me ask you a question, right? It would be me doing it, right? I continue to pester you and I say, hey, I don't know if you're going to pay with a credit card, but do you need your limit increased? I can contact Amex or Visa or whatever, and I can get you a higher credit limit. And you're looking at me like I'm insane. No, you would reply. Do you work here? Because if you work here, could you get another cashier at the register? I know it's a silly example, but here's the thing. Most of the places where you host your websites, particularly your e-commerce stores, which now at this point, we're all getting ready for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. At this point, that's often what they're talking to you about. Do you want to increase your hard drive space, your disk space? Do you want to increase your RAM? And it's silly. Because while those things are important, they don't make the difference when everybody is queued up waiting in line to check out. They're queued up not because you don't have cash, not because you don't have disk space, not because you don't have RAM. They're queued up because the cashier, a PHP worker or a thread in the web server itself, there's not enough of them. And that's an expensive process, right? It turns out that hosts are not normally going to go and say, here, we'll give you a lot of... One of our competitors says, if you want 10 PHP workers, if you want 10 threads going at the same time, you have to pay $1,000 a month. And our default on pretty much all our sites is to start at 10, right? And we do that because we were built to be fast, even when you're not using cash, to be fast when you have a lot of people hitting your site and you're not a brochure, you're not a blog that just says, ooh, I cache some pages and they nobody even hits my database. When you're running a membership site, an e-commerce site, when you're running places where people log in, online courseware, you can't cache all that. And you're going to need those PHP workers to actually process the work that they're doing. So, as you get ready for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, the big question is, do you have the right resources in your infrastructure? Do you have it configured correctly? So call up your host. Call up whoever you're working with right now and just say, hey, I want to understand how you're going to help me get more threads, more concurrency, more PHP workers. You can use whatever words you want. Just don't say cashier because they'll go, I don't know what you're talking about. How do you help get more resources so that it is faster? Not RAM, not disk, but changing the configuration of the web server itself. And if you can't get them to do something, right? Or they just don't understand, right? Because we've seen customers who watch some of these videos and then they go contact their host, and then their host sends them back something and says, no, we have a cache system that makes everything perfect. And you're like, that's not what I'm talking about. Send them this video, right? Or just hit me up, and I'm more than happy to help you by hooking you up with some folks that can get you the right kind of resources for your big holiday season.